Right then, so a quick walk around video for an absolutely fabulous Honda CR-V, and a rare one indeed. We don't get many of this age anymore, mostly because they've done intergalactic mileage, whereas this is the absolute opposite. This is a CR-V 2.2 ES diesel automatic. It's a facelift model in this vintage, but this car's covered just 35,000 miles from new. I think, and it's just from memory now, I think it was 13 services, all of which, apart from the last one, were done by the Honda main dealers. 2 owners, but actually husband and wife, so it's been the same family from new. The car is in stunning condition. I'm going to go around it for you. There's going to be the odd age-related mark, and I'll try and pick up on them if and where I can. And it's a lovely sunny day, which is why it's parked in the shade actually, because you can see blemishes more clearly rather than in direct sunlight. So I'll do my very best for you. I'll come around to the bonnet first. Sorry, I normally do that. Bonnet of the car, very clean, tidy. Headlights there, clear and intact. So coming to the bumper, this is where it's just got a couple of it's got a couple of little touch-ins done just above the parking sensor there, on the corner, but nothing that detracts. The bonnet is absolutely unmarked from what I can see. And again, this side here, really clean, just a couple of tiny little touch-ins by the fog lights. Near side of the car, beautifully smooth in the panels. Near side front alloy in fantastic condition, can hardly see it marked. I think there's one tiny one there, but the panel work is extraordinarily clean. Near side rear alloy, again, absolutely lovely, just the one little mark you can just see there. Come around the back, rear 3/4 angle, beautifully clean. Tailgate, can't see a mark on there at all. Offside of the car, driver's side, sorry, really deep in the shade now. Again, really crisp in the panel work. You'd never believe that the car done what it's done. A little touch in there by the fog light was just caught on something, but again, given the age, it's got to have something. Offside rear alloy, again, really good condition. And main panels, absolutely lovely. So I apologise again for doing it in the shade, but it is honestly the best way of picking up on any obvious marks. But for a car that's now 15 years old, regardless of mileage, it's in remarkable condition. In some ways, the best is yet to come. So coming to the boot area now, it's got its full complement of equipment. So you've got the tonneau cover, you've got the middle shelf. It's also got a load liner fitted. It looks like the back of this car has virtually never been used. The middle carpeted panel there looks so it's factory fresh, and underneath the load liner, the carpet again is absolutely pristine. It's coming into the back, try and get out of the glaring sun in a second. Got a beautiful half leather Alcantara interior. CR-Vs are family cars and can be very heavily used actually. Again, it looks like virtually no one's ever sat in the back of the car. It's coming to the front now. Passenger side, passenger seat again, beautiful condition there. Finally come to the driver's door card, again pretty much unmarked, same with footwell areas. There is a full set of proper Honda tailored mats for the car, which I've forgotten to put in, and they are again in lovely condition as well. And driver's seat again, for the age, amazing. Got a tiny bit of, where your bum slides in and out on the leather bit there, but crikey me, it's amazing. Inside the car now, engine's running, so the dash is illuminated. The dashboard again looks absolutely like new, incredibly clean. Come to the main dash binnacle, hopefully you can see 35,847 miles. Engine's running, and there are no warning lights on the car at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual, pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video. Quite a special car really. This is a Honda CR-V 2.2 ES diesel automatic. Car's registered NJ10WXP, but with a mileage of just 35,839 recorded. The reason, by the way, that we do these videos, and especially this bit, the road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of the cars we're selling, they get that actual car, or get to see that actual car in operation. And the reason we've always felt it important is purely because, like loads of people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine, in photographs or a description, but only to get there and find out actually it's got an obvious fault that shows up as soon as you drive the car. And that can be really frustrating if you've driven any kind of distance, of course. We also do it on these very quiet roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire, especially on an absolutely stunning morning like this morning. I do apologise, by the way, it's going to be a little bit glary going into the sun a little bit later in the video, so you'll have to bear with me. Coming to the car, as you'll know from the walk around section in the advert, this is an exceptional vehicle. Shows 2 owners on the logbook. It's actually husband and wife, so it's been in the same family from new. They have serviced it every single year at the Honda dealerships. We've just serviced the car. It's an absolute one-off, really. So coming to the car, twist the key, engine starts instantly. Even on a really cold morning like this morning, it started absolutely straight away, settles to smooth, even idle, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, actually. Temperature gauge running as a 3rd, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle as well. This 2.2 engine is an absolute peach. It's got all of the trademark qualities you expect of a Honda, so they're incredibly tough and reliable with good maintenance. It has clearly had that. They're also timing chain driven, so there's no cam belts to have to worry about on the car. But more than that, it's just actually how it drives. It is one of the smoothest, sweetest diesels you'll ever use. But unlike so many diesels, especially modern ones actually, which can be quite small capacity, quite big turbos, but they have quite a small power band, lots of turbo lag. This picks up and goes straight away, but when you do put your foot down, it just keeps going. And that's the beauty of it. It's just a really broad spread of usable power. But it's the fact that it doesn't get coarse and harsh and rowdy in the process either. These make, by the way, and I've owned loads of these, this has always been my favourite tow car. So if you're ever towing anything, it's a lovely combination, the auto and this diesel. Engine feeds through into the auto gearbox. Like the engine, it's got a reputation for being incredibly tough and reliable, but on top of which, it's very slick shifting. It's, the gear shifts are lovely and smooth. Ratio's obviously been selected to try and get the best out of the car in terms of both fuel economy and performance, and it does a very good job in that respect. No matter what the reputation of the manufacturer, always do the same things with any automatic gearbox on a used car. Just make sure the gear changes are slick, and they are, but also when you're stationary, put it into drive and reverse, make sure it doesn't engage with a loud clonk, and again, in no way does it does anything like that at all. So moving on to the steering and chassis, first and foremost, steering track's straight. Sorry, we're doing on a straight bit of road. Straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed actually up to the legal limit, and it's a lovely power steering setup. It's got real weight to it. When you turn in, reasonably quick, but it's very accurate and precise. Because these aren't sports cars; they're not meant to be. But it actually just drives. It's a lovely car to drive. Simple as that. The steering's really nice. It's not over light, but it's got accuracy to it. The suspension is very comfortable indeed, which is the main criteria for this type of car for you and your family. But the flip side is, when it does go through corners, it goes through with really good body control. Only if you're going to drive it like an utter lunatic would it dive in with more pronounced body roll. But for most sensible, sane drivers, even those that are pushing on a little bit, it does respond very, very well indeed. Incidentally, absolutely no clonks, rattles, anything from underneath the vehicle, and the brakes in the car are fantastic. No pulsing or vibrations. Again, it's sorry, I got completely distracted then. I was looking at something in the distance. So yeah, the brakes got no pulsing or vibration, so all in good order. And then we come inside the car. First thing you notice is straight away when you get into one of these, you've got a brilliant driving position, fantastic seats, so you're going to get comfortable. but we've also got excellent visibility all around the car. It's joyous in the modern day of where you're getting cars you can feel quite intimidated. They can sit quite low, or you've got loads of blind spots. Not the case with this. I can actually see the bonnet of the car, which is a lovely sort of minor miracle by modern standards. The other thing, which a video cannot get across, of course, is build quality. This car, even with its low mileage, is now 15 years old. You would never ever believe it. There's not a peep or a squeak from the interior. It is beautifully put together, and they use the materials that best fit the car's use. So they're not going to go for lots of squidgy plastics everywhere, which are easily scagged or marked. They go for stuff which is easy to clean, wipe down, durable, tough, but it's pleasing on the eye. The dash layout itself, again by modern standards, is just so simple. You've got a dead simple, easy to use radio there. Down below that, a climate control system which gives you different temperatures side to side. It also, by the way, pumps out ice cold air, because we tried it in a nice warm workshop last night, so we know that's working perfectly. And then you've got a dash binnacle in front, which is just joyous. I wish Honda would go back to it, really. They've gone away from it slightly. Lovely symmetrical dials, lovely backlighting. It's just beautifully displayed, and you just look at it, get the information, look back at the road. Nothing distracts you at all. Then you've got this lovely leather-bound steering wheel to finish it off. It is, of course, in fantastic condition in here. This is a four-wheel drive CR-V. Not all CR-Vs are. They pretty much were on this vintage, though. But basically, there's no buttons, nothing to press, because it's completely automatic. Honda worked out donkeys years ago that most people will be driving, as I am right now, where you don't need four-wheel drive on. So basically, the car's going to run 99% of the time for most people in front-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, and that's the most efficient way to pull a car along. Should it need to go to four-wheel drive, it senses the front wheel starting to lose grip more quickly than you can do yourself, because it's done via the traction control system. And it seamlessly brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive, and when it no longer needs it, just turns it off without you even knowing. It's a brilliant system because the advantages are so obvious. By not running the whole time, you're going to save your tyres, you're going to save on fuel, and you put far less mechanical stress through the vehicle. They're robust, really robust things. As I said at the start of the video, the point of it is just to show you the car, as brief as it might be, but to pick on any issues, of which there's nothing. It drives absolutely beautifully. Just can't fault the car.